Here is a very interesting question asked in an interview. So, you know the Spark architecture. Could you please explain the Spark architecture in layman terms? So, here I am trying to explain in the layman terms in the restaurant style. So, when you go to a restaurant, you order something, right? You order food, and there is a restaurant manager who takes your order and so for example here we are ordering for 7 pizza, 7 pasta and 7 burgers for example. So restaurant manager will take the order, he will go in his kitchen, then he will provide this order to his chef. So your chef could be our cluster manager. So he will divide the task accordingly and give and assign the task to his or her resources he has, and also he would divide the task into chunks of the data. For example, for chopping, for preparing pasta, one will chop onion, other will chop the tomatoes, and so on and so forth. So that will be divided in the part, so that could be considered as partition. So cutting or chopping the tomatoes is one partition. So on that one worker node, that is the team member of the chef team would work on that, and then it would be provided to cluster manager. Then cluster manager would collect from the every worker who is working in the chef team to the cluster manager, and finally via the driver program, the finally we would get the result back with the all the assembling of the recipes and getting the data. So this is how you could explain in the layman terms, like how you could explain the Spark architecture. And these kind of questions are really asked in the interview. Why this kind of question are asked, like you if you are a client facing role, if you are having this role is for this requirement is for the client facing role, then the client is a non technical person, and for explaining the technical things in a non-technical way, the interviewer are trying to understand your perspective, like how you could interact with the client if you are getting hired for that kind of position. So hope you are liking the content. Please like, share and subscribe.